Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I'm going to do two projects today because I'm going to need several of these. So I'm going to do another one, except I'm going to mix up more resin. Yesterday I mixed up 10 and I mixed up 12 and it needed about 13 or 14. So we're going to do that. I pulled these back out so we can pour them if we have extra. Hopefully we have extra. I might just pour one just to make sure I get one poured. This is a new mold that I made. It is a cross trinket box. It's about the size of your hand. From here to here, not the whole silicone thing. It does have a little inscription, kind of like that one seashell dish that I made. It's so slight. Honestly, unless you pour it in like alcohol ink, I don't think you're going to see it. I don't want to see it. I was hoping it wouldn't come out in the mold, but it did. You're not going to see it the way I pour it today. Today, I'm going to fill it with these pretty iridescent shells. But before I do that, I'm going to lay some flowers down in a layer of resin. I hope this works because I can't really top coat this. This has a... Actually, I may have to do this in two. I was going to cut corners and not do 2 steps, but I think I'm going to use my fast cure, lay that down because I don't want the flowers coming through the resin, you know, because the shells are going to be heavy on top of it. So I just wanted some flowers in there first. So I think before I do anything and I mix up anything, I'm just going to mix up 1 ounce of the Promise epoxy because it's a 1-hour cure. Get it down in here bubble free, lay some flowers and let that cure while we work on this one because this one's going to take like 20 minutes to heat up. I'm going to do 3 colors today. Remember I just ordered these from Amazon the other day and I got them in blue and green, blackish green and silk blue. I'm going to mix it with, usually I want to do like an alcohol ink, but I'm going to do white. So this will be my color scheme. Some beachy color scheme, and then I will also use clear. So I'm going to split the 14 up into 4 parts, if you get my drift. Okay, let me grab some Promise, grab some glove, and let's get started. I put 1 ounce in here. This stuff mixes really fast. I don't think I'm going to remove the bubbles in the vacuum chamber, because I think I could blow them out with this heat gun if I need to. This stuff is almost like a watery, which is very amazing to me. Being 1 hour fast cure, it's usually like the faster the cure, the thicker the resin. This stuff is very, very thin, but it sets up really fast. So I do really like this. I do have a discount code for Promise if you guys like their products. Make sure you use the discount code when you're purchasing from them. That is fairly new too. And it literally mixes in about 1 minute, which helps because you don't have tons of time to work with it. Maybe 15 minutes and it's getting sticky because I have put this through the vacuum chamber before and was able to work with it. I just want to scrape just to make sure. There are a few bubbles in here, but like I said, once it's poured really thin, and I just want a thin layer. I don't want too much. That I think we can get them out. Maybe, hopefully I could use the whole ounce. Maybe not. I don't want too much. That was like 1/2 ounce. Let me see how I can spread this. Let me turn this heat gun on real quick. There's something in there. Let me get that out. I don't know what that was. I'm going to do a little bit more. So I do have extra. Maybe I'll use that for the little hippo. I'm just basically getting this warmed up so I could pop the bubbles, really no other reason. That looks pretty good, I think. I don't even know if you're going to really notice bubbles in there because of the the shell behind it. Okay, I'm gonna put some color into the rest of this while that gets tacky for my flowers. And then we'll pour these little fellas. Let's do, oh, you know what? I didn't even open up these. Let me open them real quick. And we're gonna use one of these. I'll probably get bubbles in the little things, but I don't have time now to put it through the vacuum chamber. Can't get it open. Man, that's a thick piece of cardboard. They glued on really well. All right, let's move this for a moment. Just a tiny little bit. And I think I will, where can I put this? Let me put the cap back on. I'm going to put some on, no, I can't put it on the bottom of the jar. I'm going to put it, I don't know. I don't have my little tiny molds either. Maybe I'll wait. I wanted to put some on the bottom of the jar, but I have to use this color in a little while, so I'll wait till later to do that. So let me spritz this. We'll get a whole bunch of little tiny hippos, I hope. I hope it goes into the little ears. Because I don't think I can poke out in there. Whoop! This isn't into resin mold, to be honest with you. I couldn't believe it. They're so cute. And they are hippos. I did check last night. So I could get you the link last night. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so small. We got 4 of them anyway. Maybe after I scrape, we're going to have 4. Come on. And then we need to place our flowers so they could start curing in there. I guess it doesn't pay to cut corners. All right, come on, I just literally need a drop. It's gonna be too hard to trim these little things. There we go. Put you in there. One more drop, there it goes. Okay, at least we know we have hippos today. Isn't that awesome? Let's start placing these flowers before I lose my little window. I was just cleaning up a little bit. Let's see, I kind of want stemmed ones. Let me see what I have. I thought the purplish pink would look pretty. And I don't know. That might be too big. Let me try these. I don't know how long I have to work in here. This is too long. Break you off. Which side is down? Oh, see, I almost put the white side down. That wouldn't have been good. Let's get you in there. Hopefully we don't have any bubbles on the top of it. I'm just gonna place some flowers randomly. What do I have? What do I have small? I think I'm just gonna stick with the same kind. Except break the stems off. I do keep the stems because you just don't know when you're gonna need greens. Let's do that. Come on. This way. Before I do that, we're working face down. I want something to cover, I'm just going to hold that, something to cover the stems back here. So let me, not that one, get a little flower. We'll do this one. I should have put that down first. I don't want the end of the stems. See how I'm going to put them over that? So you can't see them. So basically, make sure you know which way you're working and what you're going to see first. And then we'll put this one down here. I don't need that big of a stem. Just tiny little, hopefully they're center. And I have them floating. Let's see, how about some, this is all I brought in. I didn't bring any baby's breath in or anything. I only have a couple of those. Here's one more. Like that. How about some of these? We'll just do one. Just like that. Okay, that's it. I'm going to clean this up. Oh gosh. I'm getting blue resin all over my stuff. I didn't even notice it. Shoot. Poor hippos. Okay. Let me put that away. I'm going to mix up like 20. No, I'm going to mix up this one first, because I don't know how long this is going to take. So we'll work on that one first.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the...
I mixed up 14. I should have a little left over. We'll see. So, and I checked that cross. It's already really tacky. Like I could have mixed it all up. And by the time I got to it, it would have been fine to pour, but that's okay. We're going to do this in 2 batches. So I'm going to do about, I don't know, a little over 3 ounces for each color. And then I'm going to let that weight sit here on the table, not doing nothing to it, until it reaches about 105 degrees. So the first one, let's do about 3 ounces for clear. Where am I at? 14, so I need it down to 11. Where is my 3 ounce mark on these cups? That's the question. Right there. So that's about 3 ounces. Okay, let's get our mica powders in the cups. Get them dissolved. I'm going to vacuum chamber it. It did beautiful on the table yesterday. We didn't have any bubbles. I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not that much. It looks more than it was. That cross would actually be gorgeous in a mica powder, but I pulled the shells out, so I'm still going to go with my gut on this one. I mean, I could do it many different times, many different ways. Actually, I think I will, just so you guys can see it different ways, as long as I like the mold and it works pretty good. Today's my test day. I always test them with you. Who knows what's going to happen? It's okay. All right. Silk blue. And another reason I want to get this really hot is so they don't combine. If you don't want to use glue, you can use glue, but I'm playing around with not using glue. Glue would suspend everything in its own place, but I'm not looking for that kind of look right now. I want them to kind of mix like that gorgeous black and gold one did yesterday, but still kept their own colors. That's what I'm looking to do. And by heating it for 20 minutes or whatever time it is, depending on the temperature of your room, make sure you have like a temperature gun. They seem to like work really pretty, really nice, and they stayed in their own lane and they poured nicely. I didn't even get any bubbles. It was amazing. So I think I'll be playing around with that technique for a little while. You know how I get stuck on one and then I like use it until I can't use it anymore. That's what I'm at right now. So maybe we can all learn together. I don't know how to do it, how not to do it. I'm just going to try to pour these equally. And maybe I will flip the bottles over now so I can put a sample color on the bottom. Yeah, they're all pretty equal. Cool. I did good. After I mix them up, I'll just put a little bit. This is not the best spatula for this. Let me grab the other one. My little curved spatula is amazing. This is one of the best tricks a viewer gave me, is this curved spatula, because it has spread throughout the entire resin community since I got this thing. It's so funny. All right, I'm just going to mix them up. Flip over my jars before I forget. I don't need the white one. The white one is white. It's not a big deal. Let me just make sure my caps are on tight. This way, I know what color. See how it's different in the resin than it is as a powder? That's what I'm putting in here. So when I pull the color out of my cabinet to use it, I think I'll do my white first so I don't have to. Let me grab a paper towel. So when I pull them out of my cabinet, I'm not surprised that the color is different in resin. I can choose them by the color of the dried resin on the jar. All right, I just didn't want to put green in here. Should really start with your lightest first, and you really don't have to change your or wipe your spatula if you do, kind of like I used to do with buttercream. I would mix my lightest color first and just keep going on to the next one so you don't have to like scrape everything off and start again. It worked wonders. So we're going to put this through the vacuum chamber. Oops, I need to put some on here. Just a little dot, not much. Put this through the vacuum chamber. Let's get the bubbles out. And then I'm going to not come back until they're heated up.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky.
I decided to multitask instead. So while that's heating up, which it is, what are we at? 95. I have a few minutes. I've already mixed up 5 ounces. I added a hint of the crushed crystal, and I'm just going to do this one now. So let's put some shell in here. I'm just going to add resin to the shell instead of shell to the resin because I'm pretty sure I have too much resin here. So I'm just going to coat the shell and then put it in. I don't want it swimming. I just want it coated. I'm going to try not to incorporate any bubbles. Ooh, that's about a good amount too. This is already set and ready for the next layer. It was so fast. So fast that the other stuff is not even heated up yet to pour. That's how quickly this happened. I'm just gonna, I think I might put a back layer on this one just because I don't want to be shoving stones in there. A back layer of clear in my head. I just didn't say it. I think I'll put the stones in and pour clear over it, which I don't typically like a clear layer. But in this particular case, I think I will want a clear layer. I hope I don't get many bubbles up underneath that lip. So my idea is the fact that those flowers will be front and center. Let me put that in there. And I'll just put these. Oh gosh, I'm going to have, I hope they fit. Yeah, they're going to fit. It's just going to take a little bit of coaxing and probably a little bit of resin to get them down where I want to. Hopefully my other stuff isn't too hot, but it's so sometimes like multitasking bites me. And I don't do a fantastic job. I'm gonna try to get those down in there as quickly as possible while my resin heats up over there. I might need a little layer. Let me see. What can I want them to go down in the sides here. As long as they're coated with resin. I've never scratched a mold. I mean, is it possible? Yeah, probably. I do get that question a lot, but I haven't scratched the mold, and I've done this many times. Like I said, you really want some resin on this stuff. I'm just going to fill this one up underneath those ledges. Not sure if my bubble wand will fit up underneath there now. Let's do a little bit of clear in here just to help it. Where is my bubble wand? Otherwise, I think we may have some bubbles up underneath here. Trying not to. I can kind of see underneath there. I just want to make sure that the seashells are packed in as good as I can so we don't have too much clear showing. There's a bubble right there. There's one that came out there. It would probably be impossible to not have any bubbles, but I'm going to try my hardest not to. Let me just do a tiny little bit more just to make sure they are covered. Okay, now let's continue on here. Maybe it'll be better with my finger so I could kind of feel what's going on down there. Get these pushed in. I just don't want extra seashells because I do not have access to all my extras molds that seashells would fit into. So I'm just kind of adding the resin to the shells for that reason. So I don't have too many shells left. Coat them and pour them. Let's see how I do. I don't know how much this holds either. I did not measure this one, but I cannot imagine. Oh, that's probably going to be enough. I think I will put the clear layer on the back of this one too, just because the shells are pretty full. I might even have to take some out if I can't get them all underneath the resin. Let me check my temperature. What are we at? What are we at? 100. We're still good. We're still good. All right, let's pour this. Fix a few shells, and then I have some extras. We get to play with some colors and some marbling on my cabochons like I love to do. Look at the mess I made. Oh my goodness. Where is something? Where is something? Try to get all that out. Otherwise, it'll be like Tape City trying to clean this. Maybe I will wait. Well, I don't think I need any more clear. I was going to say maybe I should wait till after I pour that pen organizer to use that clear, but I'm pretty sure I have plenty. Let's just get all that off. Is they all under? I don't know. Let me look. I don't have my sander to grind them down if they're not. I'm sure I can manipulate them to get under somehow. Like that one is not. Might have to take you out. You're not flat. Trying to make sure all my spots are covered so you're not seeing a clear spot through. Let's put that back in there. It's not too bad. I see a couple bubbles popping up. As long as it's not too jam-packed, it should hold together. I see some like that are sticking out though. So I'm going to have to sit here and manipulate it a little bit because I cannot find my sander at the moment. Otherwise I would grind it down when it's done. All right. Little bubble there. I think they're all under. I think I got them. This one needs to move over here. You go over there. I think I did it. Couple over here. Oh goodness. Okay, I could be playing with this all day. Let me just clean that up. Oh gosh, this one is a mess too. Oh, is that alcohol maybe? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I could clean it after it's cured. All right, let's check our temp. 104, 103. Okay, let me move everything out of the way. It's time to pour that. Okay, please don't give me any bubbles. This is a beautifully thick mold. It's very heavy duty. I'm just going to spritz in there first. You know what? Let's do the crushed crystal. Since, oh no, it's not hot. Let's not do the crushed crystal. I could have put crushed crystal in here, but I didn't. So I'm just going to take turns doing the glitz effect. And hopefully, let's do white between them. They stay in their lane, like I said. And not merge too much. 3 colors is pushing it. When I would do 3 colors on that other pen holder, 3 colors was pushing the limits, and usually 2 of them melded together. So I don't know what's going to happen, but that's the fun of it. It's the white most likely will change. Green. Pretty beachy colors, even though I'm not a beachy kind of person. I just wanted to see it done, so that's why I'm doing it. That. It's nice because you have a lot of sidewalls for this technique, and that's where you're going to get the marbling. Oops, did I miss the white? I think so. Let's do the white. And then clear. Oh, I have to prop this back up. I forgot. Let me flip it this way. And I used mica powders and resin bottles to prop that up yesterday. Totally forgot. I'll have to wait until I'm completely done with the extras and everything to do that. So I don't want to put too much in here. Let's scrape the white out. Otherwise it will overflow when I squish it back together. There's the white. So let's see where I'm at. I still have a little room. I'm going to keep the clear. Let's do the blue. And let's do the green. And I'm thinking that's probably good right there. So before I squish everything, let me get my cabochon mold out and let's play with that. I'm just pouring the clear into these 2 colors, so I'm just going to play with these 2 colors today. We can marble these 2 together, or we can add a color to them. I don't know. Let's see what they look like. Got plenty left over. Oh, I want to do that butterfly too. Let me do that butterfly. And how's this? It should be fine for a few minutes. Oh, I gotta stir it. Don't forget to stir. Ooh, it's very sparkly from that crushed crystal. And stir this one. All right, I need some alcohol. Trying to keep this clean so I don't get stuff everywhere. And this clean. Oh my goodness. Okay. Mold. Let's do the butterfly first. I think I'm going to, let me spritz it so it will flow nice. just going to do the same kind of thing. Hopefully we get both colors. I think I only poured this that one time when I got the mold. It's really pretty. Don't think I did it. I have to get to all those molds again. I didn't do them 2 ways this month, and I really want to. I need to pull them back out. I don't know if these two are going to... They're very similar colors, like... So I don't know how well they're going to do together. Well, let's just... How do I want to do this? Let's try pouring half and half and see what happens. Oops. Get a half. Oop, that one's too high. Way too high. I need something. There we go. I don't think it's going to... Let me try this. 2 micas marbling are very difficult to achieve because they like to make their own color, which is what's happening. So I don't want to do that. They're just blending. Should I add white? Maybe I'll add white to it. Let me find my white. I'm just going to drip some of this in here and see what happens. This is the opaque pigment. It just marbles nicer with the pigment in there, which that one didn't have enough coming out. We might not see that. One more drop. Oops, it went right in my cabochon. Let's do... I'm going to have too much for this mold, I bet. This one might look like jade when I'm done. What's in there? Nothing? Just kind of stirring it, hoping some comes out first. I don't know that it is. We'll know after demold. Too much. There we go. Man, this is just swallowing the white. Let's get some up here. I do have my bookmark mold if I run out of space. There. It is just like consuming this white pigment. So I don't know if we're going to get much marbling in this at all. There. This one's probably just going to be green, which there's nothing wrong with it, but I wanted some marbling. Get that out and scrape. Scrape me one more. Probably enough for... Oh my gosh, I'm totally going to run out of spaces. Let's do one of these. Even though it's not full, I'll fill it with the blue. Let's fill it with some blue. Not crazy about the white being swallowed up. Typically, I like to start with a pigment and not a mica powder because it's literally going away. As soon as I stir it, it's gone. Let's do some of these. I think I'm just going to end up with some blue because why waste my pigment if it's not going to work? That's how I feel. There. That one might have a little bit, but I don't want to keep dripping all my pigment in if it's just going to change the color of my mica. That's why I like starting with a pigment I guess we're getting the whole shebang today. And I gotta prop that up because I must have had 2.5 ounces left over. So, well, yeah, between the two, that sounds right. Because this one holds like 2.4 ounces or something like that. I don't know. There's resin on the number up there. Let me just dome the ones that need domed. And maybe I will make a few more hippos. How are they? A little bit there. Watch, the white will actually come out beautiful, and I'll wish I did them all. Now the hippos, this is pretty thick, so I'm not quite sure how the hippos are going to come out with something like this. And I got to move everything because I got to prop this up, and I need bottles to fit on my table. Okay. All right. There's a piece of something in there. Paper towel. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's blue again. That's what I already did with these guys. That's okay. They're adorable. I haven't even seen them yet, and I know they're adorable. The other ones are probably cured by now because that was the 1 hour fast cure. Too much in there. Oh, Junie. Too much, too much. Do I have enough to scrape one more? It's probably going to be really bubbly. I hope their ears come out. I don't know if they will. I should probably back these ones because they shrunk when I messed it up with the flower encasing plastic piece. Let's just fill those up. One more drop. That's good. That's it. All right. This one needs just literally 1 drop. Too much. 1 drop is too much. Scrape you back out. Oh my gosh. They are fiddly little things. Oh, look at this guy. He's way too full. I don't want to have to trim that much off. Forget it. I'm going to take it back out. Oh my gosh, these are a mess. Oh goodness. They're going to need so much trimming, these little things. Too much. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's it. I got to get this table straightened out so I can prop that up. This is what I did. I just took these 2 bottles, put them, there's like a lip down here on the bottom of it. So I just kind of propped it up over the lip, which this one is not. But they're not heavy enough. So I put some full bottles of resin up against it. So it's kind of holding it as straight as I possibly can. There's not a lot of room. This is why I don't want to pack my table these days. I totally forgot about propping that up. Okay, everything should have room. Let's get everything cured. Check out the comment of the day. See you in a sec. Everything is cured and ready to come out, although I did pull out the one pen organizer. It is impossible to do that on camera, you guys. Can't do it. You really have to fold that inside out. Spray it with soapy water, alcohol, whatever you have, and rip it out of there. So I can't do that on film. Before we get started, look at this, what Bobby Joe sent me. Look at this massive mold. Of course, there's something in there. Why wouldn't there be? Look at this thing. It says, "Enjoy your gift. I ordered this mold and I could not believe the size of it. Oh my goodness. I just had to share from Bobby Joe." I'm like, this is like a gallon of resin in this flower. I was just staring at it for the longest time like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this huge thing? So when she said she ordered it, she thought it was really small. She didn't look at the size on Amazon or anything, and she got it, and it was huge. So she thought of me for whatever the reason, the challenge of it, I guess. So I'm thinking maybe if I could find something to make a plug to take up a lot of this space, then I will pour it. I really don't want to pour this thing solid of resin, because what do you do with it? I don't know. I told her I'm going to watch her video first, get some inspiration, and then I'll pour it. All right. So what I have already done is I pulled these out. The ones with the marbling came out pretty decent. I should have been diligent to do it in the blue. I mean, some of the green ones didn't come out. Here's a little hippos. Look at this. I made them independents. I didn't know why not. Look at how cute that is. So the ears came out, everything. I should probably paint their little eyes. I don't know if I can. That really tiny. We could always wipe it off, right? But I guess if you're going to be fooling around with it and playing with it with your hand, the eyes might not stay on very good. But you can't say they weren't there when you got it. Oh, how adorable are those little things. So I don't know. Are those good pendant size? Fits on the tip of my finger, but it's kind of thick. But I think they're cute. I will go ahead and put eyes on all of them. Here is the butterfly. Let's see how that came out. Oh, that came out really nice. Both colors stay separated. Sparkling as usual. I just need to trim a little bit because it is sharp. That is really pretty. I love their butterfly molds, as you guys do too. I will show you the pen organizer next. Look at that. I love these colors. I mean, just the colors on here are stunning together. Such beach themes. I did get a few little bubbles, but it doesn't matter. It's for me. I like it. Here's all the sides. Here's the inside. You could see the sparkle in there. I'm not going to do anything to the top. Like I said, I jam pack mine and you're not going to see it anyway. What did I do? I keep putting it in. Here it is. A different pen organizer, and they're all packed, like I said, which is why I need more. So I'm just going to trim this like this today, since I still don't have my sander out. There we go. These things come with lots of tips too, so make sure you keep it sharp. And it will slide much easier. And the top swivels, so yours is not broken. We all think it's broken when it shows up, and then we learn how to use it, and we're like, oh, it's supposed to do that. Why? I don't know, but it is. There is that. So that is really pretty. See, you can't see the clear. Well, you can see the white now that I'm looking at it. You could see the white, the green, and the blue, but you can't ever see the clear, which is fine. You can kind of see some accents that came with the clear, because I did pour the clear in first. But I don't know. I like it. I don't know if we need the clear. We could try one without it, because I do need a few more of those, and see what it looks like without the clear and heating up the resin as well. We could also try one with glue, so you can see what the difference is. Maybe we'll do that too. I want you guys to be able to see everything. Okay, let's get the base out, which is just the shell. I really should have gloves on. This is a shiny mold, so you definitely don't want to touch inside your mold. Matte molds don't matter, but shiny molds matter. Come on. Be extra careful. There we go. Look at that. Oh, you can see the crushed crystal in there. Oh, I'm so glad. That is so pretty. I didn't get any bubbles, I don't think. I got one right there, but it's not too bad. Let's do the same with this. Let's trim it, and then we'll see. Oh, I got a bubble right there on the back. I kind of figured I would, just because you couldn't see under that lip with the shells in the way. If it was just poured in a color or even a clear, we probably would have seen that bubble prior to get it out while we were working around with the bubble wand. There we go. I think we went all the way around. Just one little thing there. And a little bit here. Yeah, I got one bubble right there, so I want to make sure I'm trim right around that sharp edge so it's not sharp on you. All right, that looks good. Let's see what the flowers look like. Did I get bubbles? Oh, no, I didn't. Look at that. You can see the words at an angle. And it says, with God, all things are possible. But you honestly, if you didn't know they were there, you would not even see them. That is so pretty. This needs trimmed same way, which I will do later. I won't bore you. Look at that. That looks so nice. I mean, some of the flowers get a little bit lost, but they're there. I guess if you use a deeper color, blue, red, purple, maybe you would have seen them a little bit more, but I like it. So yeah, if you look in a glare, you could see the words, but there's nothing you could do to go over them. They're just like surface level. You could always put a sticker on there or a little, like not brooch, but some little kind of embellishment if you wanted to, but I don't think it matters because it looks really pretty. Everything came out great. Is that one? There's one bubble there. That one is almost outside of the resin, but honestly, it's perfect. You could see the abalone shell iridescence shining through. Look at that. I love it. I'm not going to do anything to this. Nothing needs to be done. Everything was done inside the resin. So there is that. I'm not going to do anything to that. So basically, I do not have anything to do except trimming, resin restoring, and getting rid of those trim marks. And that's it, you guys. I'm going to get you some pictures. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to make some more of those pen holders in different ways, so we could try and see the other ways what they will look like with glue, without glue, without clear, some other different ways since I need plenty of them. I will get you some pictures. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story.